welcome to another Tuesday Truth Talks. Today, you're going to get an inside glimpse into one of my phobias. Yes, for real. So, you're going to witness like a live coaching session of someone helping me through my phobia of the dentist. And it does have a legitimate root cause, to be fair. I had a lot of tooth pain whenever my husband was in the Army. We were stationed overseas. Long story short, I had to go to a dentist off base who didn't speak English. He was Italian and probably didn't have a dental license. So yeah, it was quite a mess. I went through a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, and then had to follow up with a specialist in Nashville, Tennessee, because this dentist just totally screwed up one of my teeth. What I'm currently facing was a toothache in that same area, which was very much triggering my own anxiety, my own flashbacks. My anxiety about the dentist has been so bad that I put it off. I get anxious, I get sweaty. I would even take medicine to help me relax. Now, in this conversation with Jennifer, we're going to do some tapping exercises, and tapping is something I do with my clients as well. But, you need that expert to help guide you through your own fears, right? So you get to witness how it works. If you want to watch the full video, go to vip.livebeyonddoubt.com. You'll find the full video in the members area under the Tuesday Truth Talks section. In the members area, there's a lot of other resources for you to check out and benefit from. So hop onto the vip.livebeyonddoubt.com website today. Thanks so much for being here. Now, let's listen to Jennifer as she helps me through my dentist phobia. I agree that tapping can help people with OCD because I feel like you can supplement some things through treatment, even though we're doing like exposure response prevention stuff. I mean, there are times when tapping seems like it would very much be helpful just to calm the nervous system.
Exactly right. Even regardless of what's happening to anybody, because we could all be a bit OCD, couldn't we? When we panic.
Yes.
And we can't think straight and we get frightened and we forget things. That's quite universal.
So, Jennifer, with the tapping, how long have you been using this practice?
So I've been using it about 18 years. And
wow.
Because I was in counselling first, I trained as a counsellor, then I did hypnotherapy, Reiki, and anything really. I'm attracted to any energy healing. And so
Beautiful.
In some way, somebody told me about it and I looked into it. And the reason I use all of my experience together, but tapping is simple. It's your own hands. You are in total control.
Yeah.
You don't need anything. You don't need anyone else once you know how. It is great to go to a therapist and get some help if you don't quite know how. That's what you're really working on. But once you know it, and you might think, okay, I could do some of that myself. So I love it because it's simple. I love it because it's effective. And I love it that you can do it yourself and you don't need other people necessarily once you know how. You can use it forever, for life. And it's the only side effect is you get happy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And who doesn't want that?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, true. And I do love teaching clients things that they can do independently. Is not to stay in therapy forever. Like, it's intended to help you get well and live your life.
And if you can do that yourself without popping a pill, without the 103 side effects you don't even want to read about because you won't take it. As I say, this is safe and it's fun and you could do it anywhere at any time. And nobody would even know if you just sat there and did that. Nobody's going to know anything.
So are there different touch points on your body for different things, like for different calming?
It's acupressure points. So we know we've got these acupressure points all around our body.
Yes.
So we're tapping into ones that are simple, just around the top of the body. Otherwise, we'd be looking really ridiculous if we were stuck tapping their whole body. So this is more of a practical thing. And it works anyway. You don't have to tap all your meridian points for it to work.
Yeah, getting started, where are those acupuncture points?
So the side of the hand is what you're doing with this modality is you are saying how you're feeling, because our thoughts go round and round in our head every day. We can't make any changes like that because they're unconscious, they're trying to keep us safe, but they're not serving us anymore, but we don't quite know how to understand them. First sort of 3 times we're tapping on this side of the hand is to say how we feel. So the best way I can show you is if you do it with me, if you're willing.
Yeah, I am.
I think there's nothing like an experience to show people how it actually works. Let's just say something simple that you might like to let go of. Anything that's nothing too personal if you don't want to, but anything that would be helpful at the end of this session that you say, oh my God, that's a good thing to go.
Okay. Right now, I'm working on a toothache and I'm worried about the dentist.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So you don't like the dentist? Who does? Yeah.
Yeah, not really. But I think it's just the stress of like, when am I going to get in? How am I going to fit it into my schedule? It's like my mind is trying to problem solve.
Okay. And you really need it done. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Okay. So if you just follow me and say what I say,
Okay.
and then that way we're going to get it out. Okay. So even though I've got this toothache,
I've got this toothache,
I need to go to the dentist.
I need to go to the dentist.
I have no idea how and when I'm going to do that.
But I have no idea how or when I'm going to do that.
But it's got to be done.
But it's got to be done.
So even though
I
don't really like the dentist,
I don't really like the dentist,
because who does?
because who does?
I need to go
I need to go
pretty urgently
pretty urgently
so that I don't have this pain.
so that I don't have this pain.
Because I don't think I'm going to work well with this pain.
I'm not going to work well with this pain.
And so it's now becoming a problem.
So now it's becoming a problem.
And now I'd like to let it go.
And now I'd like to let it go.
So last time, even though I've got this toothache,
Even though I've got this toothache,
I've got to go to the dentist.
I've got to go to the dentist.
I haven't made the appointment.
I haven't made the appointment,
So nothing's going to happen.
so nothing's going to happen.
I'm resistant to making this appointment,
I'm resistant to making this appointment.
but it's not going to go away on its own.
It's not going to go away on its own.
I need to make that appointment
I need to make that appointment
and make it better.
and make it better.
In the middle of the eyebrow, all this pain in my teeth,
All this pain in my tooth,
it's painful.
it's painful.
And I need to go to the dentist.
I need to go to the dentist.
Under the nose. I don't want to go really.
I don't want to go really.
Under the mouth. I don't really like the dentist.
I don't really like the dentist.
Collarbone. It might hurt me. Well, the injection might hurt me.
It might hurt me.
Yeah. But it's hurting me this way.
It's hurting me this way.
And it's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop.
No matter how many painkillers I take.
No matter how many painkillers I take.
Under the arm. So I'm resistant to going.
I'm resistant to going.
Yeah. So that's what's stopping me.
So that's what's stopping me.
My fear.
My fear.
Okay. All this fear about the dentist.
All this fear about the dentist.
Nobody likes the dentist, including me.
Nobody likes the dentist, including me.
I don't know why I'm so frightened.
I don't know why I'm so frightened.
They're going to alleviate the pain,
They're going to alleviate the pain,
even though I might have a little bit of pain in the beginning
even though I might have a little bit of pain in the beginning
with an injection.
because of an injection.
I won't feel a thing after that.
I won't feel a thing after that.
I'm going to be in control if I make an appointment.
I'm going to be in control if I make an appointment.
So I'm procrastinating.
I'm procrastinating.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
I'll just keep this pain going
I'll just keep this pain going.
and I'll add it to all the things going around in my head.
I'll add it to all the things that are going around in my head.
So all this pain
So all this pain
could go away within half an hour
could go away within half an hour
if I allow it.
if I allow it.
So I'm going to allow myself to make that call.
So I'm going to allow myself to make that call.
I'm going to put myself out of all that misery and pain.
I'm going to put myself out of all of that misery and pain.
I'm just going to pick the phone up and make the appointment.
I'm going to pick the phone up and make the appointment.
And then it's done.
And then it's done.
And then I can tap before I go to the dentist.
And then I can tap before I go to the dentist.
Or while I'm in the dentist.
While I'm in the dentist.
And it's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
And it's off my list of things to do.
Off my list of things to do.
So I can do this easily
I can do this easily
and let it go.
and let it go.
I'm going to let it go with love.
I'm going to let it go with love.
Take a deep breath in and stop tapping and I'm going to ask you now to just whatever comes in your mind. How do you feel about the dentist and making the appointment? How's that feeling?
I feel so much better. That was such an interesting experience because with the tapping on my hand at first, it felt like it got softer. At first, my skin felt hard. I think it's because I'm tense
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But now it feels like it's not on my to do list anymore.
It's amazing how we do that with so many things.
Yes.
Me included. Everybody's doing this 100 things in their mind and on their phone. And then sometimes I think, where is it on the phone? Is it on WhatsApp? Is it on Facebook? Is it on LinkedIn? Is it on my email? There's so much head stuff going on, especially with the technology.
Yes. So many distractions and it's never ending to do list. Now that dentist appointment feels like a priority. So this was perfect timing.
It's always perfect timing, isn't it? You meet the right people at the right time for the right thing, the right reason. If you trust it, you will get exactly what you want when you can't give it to yourself.
I didn't even think about that before, but now I'm more aware of what's going on.
And the reason is you've made space because that thing going round and round and round is taking up space. When we're frightened, we go back to an experience that we didn't like anyway, and it makes it worse. It's like you can't figure it out when it's going round in your head. You have to let it out. You have to write it down, tap it out. You have to get it out in order to look at it and make rational decisions and have an understanding. Oh, for goodness sake, get on with it. When it's going round and round. So therefore, you're keeping yourself in pain. That must be horrible. That must be disabling in some way. But you can't make the phone call, which is ridiculous.
Yes, you put it off so much. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. This was very enjoyable. Where can listeners connect with you?
Oh, I've got all my details. I can just post them to you and you can put it down below.
Okay. And do you have a website?
I do. It's jenniferreef.com.
jenniferreef.com.
So if anybody wants to make deep, meaningful change easily, they have to be ready. Obviously, you know that from the work you do. And if they're ready, I'm here. If they like what they've seen, I'd be delighted to hear from them.
I'm so glad we connected and had this conversation. Really appreciate your time, Jennifer.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you very much for being the perfect hostess.
Yes, thank you. Have a great day.